Steeler Nation, the beanie is back. Welcome back to Steelers Nation Australia, where yet again I'm getting ready to go to bed. But I wanted to talk about Terry Bradshaw and his comments on Aaron Rodgers. Every day this goes on longer and longer, I seem to hate it more and more. But let's talk about his comments and what he's been saying in the media and other YouTubers out there, including DK Sports, and a lot of people are talking about Terry Bradshaw's comments on what he said about Pickett and what he said also about A-Rod. And I think people are just getting frustrated. Even the Steelers ex-cornerback Mike Logan had a few things to say too. But let's talk about it. So here were the comments via Pro Football Talk. Steelers legend Bradshaw calls the team's interest in A-Rod a joke. That guy needs to stay in California, go somewhere and chew on bark and whisper to the gods out there. Pretty much saying what is happening in the situation. It's been drawn on so long. I've gotten to the point where I think the Steelers organization is starting to fail. And I hate to say that, being a massive Steelers fan now for so many years, always trying to be very positive about what's happening. I know some people in the comments are saying, Mark, chill out, relax. Everything's going to work out. It's still only OTAs. They'll probably sign him before mini camp. And then once he signs, give him a fair shot, give him a fair go. And I'm all about a fair go. I just feel like that the longer this has gone on, I don't know why, if he's going to sign, that he hasn't signed yet. I think the fan base definitely deserves someone at quarterback right now. I think also I might talk about this in the future, the next few episodes. I think Mason Rudolph deserves a fair shot as well. They signed him to a 2-year deal, and he's turning up to OTAs. He's doing QB1 reps. And the minute they sign A-Rod, if they do sign him, we don't know yet, they're going to push him to the side, and he's going to be QB2. So there's a lot of things happening around the situation that everyone keeps going back to. And look, the OTAs are on fire right now. It's a lot of fun watching the running backs. We saw them in the rain yesterday. They're running the ball. Even defenders are picking up the ball, and they're getting back at it. It's fun. It's a fun time to be a Steelers fan. But the overall frustration and what Terry Bradshaw is talking about is spot on. Anyway, it's spot on for me. Here's a full quote. The full quote was, "That's a joke," Bradshaw said on 103 The Buzz in Little Rock. By the way, I think I've been there. I think I've been to Little Rock, Arkansas, via CBS. Says here, "This is just, to me, is a joke. What are you going to do? Bring him in for 1 year? Are you kidding me? This guy needs to stay in Cali, go somewhere and chew on bark and whisper to the gods out there." And he's not wrong. What is the Steelers' overall plan at quarterback? Are they going to have a bridge quarterback into 2026, get Will Howard some reps in preseason, and make him sit behind Rudolph and A-Rod? And you go in the season where A-Rod is meant to be the star QB1 until he gets injured. Then you've got Mason Rudolph. He's only going to be there 1 year, and he's 42 years of age coming into September. I don't see the overall plan. And I was listening to DK Sports, and he said they haven't really had a plan since 2018. And when you go back through all the quarterbacks you had, when there was Big Ben starting to, go into a decline, heading into 2019, he got injured in 2020 and 21, and they had the season with Claypool, and they had 11-0 season, but then did nothing in the playoffs. And his 2022 season, where things ended, there was no action plan to have a quarterback ready to go after Big Ben. Now, it's very tough. It's very tough to go and find a franchise guy. And when you do get a franchise guy like the Bills, Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson, it's not an automatic win to get a Super Bowl ring, right? It's not. But still, it's a much better chance and direction going that way when you have a quarterback. So the Steelers really haven't solved that quarterback issue since Big Ben. They tried Trubisky, that didn't work. They tried it with the Matt Canada system. They tried it with Kenny Pickett, that didn't work. They tried to give Mason Rudolph some games, and then he lost in the playoffs, but he still could have a chance coming up. Then they went to Russell Wilson and Justin Fields when he was injured. Nothing has really worked around this QB position. So what Terry Bradshaw is pretty much saying is, what's the fucking point? What is the overall fucking point of bringing in A-Rod for 1 year? To what? To be a bridge quarterback? To see if he can win 5, 6, 7 games? Maybe he works out with DK Metcalf, Warren, and this built-up O-line, and he does sling the ball around for like, I don't know, 4,000 yards, 30 TDs or 28 TDs, interceptions, and get a chance for the playoffs. I hope so. But the overall time is waiting and waiting, and the built up frustration with fans like me, from my point of view, is just sign already or get off the pot. We're kind of getting over that point where Rodgers right now, is he going to sign or not? And what is the point for the guy to sign 1 year? Why not just go with Rudolph for the 2 year contract and go and sign another quarterback and make it Rudolph, another quarterback, Will Howard, and Thompson on the practice squad? Do you have to have an aging quarterback at 41, at 42 this season where he gives you like one or two more games at that position? I like all the other positions in terms of running back, receiver. I like the O-line getting better because it's going to be fun to see Faatanu in his second year come back from the injury, and Broderick Jones too. I saw some highlights. He's looking pretty good, like pretty physical, lost some weight I hear. Some reporters are saying. It's like at this position, it does feel like that they're holding, or the Steelers are waiting in like they're like a hostage. Like, okay, well, should we wait for A-Rod? And we'll soon find out, because it's got to happen very shortly if it does. But if it doesn't, or if it does, what's the fucking point? What's the overall point of doing 1 year? I agree with Terry Bradshaw, ex-quarterback, 4-time Super Bowl winner back in the 70s. He said, "Are you kidding me? Bring him in for 1 year. This guy needs to stay in California and go somewhere else and chew bark." He obviously doesn't like the plan of attack to get a veteran quarterback to manage the roster and manage the receivers and move forward from that direction. Now, I would be happily proved wrong. I'm going to support them no matter what. But this might be the first time in a very long time where, even with Trubisky, I was like, Trubisky, not too sure. And Big Ben near the end of his days. But the Steelers have definitely failed, and they've dropped the ball in terms of quarterback. But who am I? I'm just a bloke in my room talking Steelers. But in terms of the fan base and overall frustration, it's I would then prefer not to sign. Just don't sign him. Give Rudolph a chance. Let Rudolph develop and play 2 years or 1 year. Go and draft your quarterback for the future next year in 2026. Go into the season in Pittsburgh. I've read a lot of comments online on Facebook. Pittsburgh fans are like, yeah, give Rudolph a chance. We want to cheer him on. He thinks he's less drama. He's got the mustache back. He's turning up to OTAs. He's a part of the team. The players like Muth, I think the other blokes there, Roman Wilson and Calvin Austin, they're all cheering him on. They're all connecting and saying, "You're doing really good as a quarterback. We all appreciate you." They're all buying in what Mason Rudolph is selling. Now, depends how far, because right now he's the only quarterback there. But we're so consumed right now talking about a fucking quarterback that isn't on the roster. So it is frustrating. But it's getting to the point very soon, hopefully in 10 days' time, once all the OTAs are done and this is all over, that we're either going to talk about A-Rod to be quarterback number one, or A-Rod doesn't sign, retires, or goes to another team, and we're moving forward with Mason Rudolph. I don't know. I know you guys are sick of it. I'm getting sick of it. I just, a lot of times, I just need to vent this stuff and talk about the Steelers team this way from comments that people are making. And yet Terry Bradshaw, to me, is 110% spot on. It's a joke, a 1 year deal. Are you kidding me? And what's the overall fucking point? If maybe someone in the comments could tell me the overall point, what they want to do. Do they want to sit, QB2 Mason Rudolph to be a backup? He's a backup plan if it fails with A-Rod. So you start A-Rod first, and then maybe they're trying to get Will Howard to be the third quarterback to learn and develop and take it what they call a redshirt year in this season, and then we'll set up in 2026. I'm keen to see Caleb Johnson out there running the football. I'm keen to see Austin develop his skills into receiver 2, or Roman Wilson. He's been running some cool routes as well. I'm excited about the team in terms of that. and Peyton Wilson to be middle linebacker and things of that nature. It's exciting to see what happens there. And Slay as well, Darius Slay, the cornerback, he's now piqued my interest too, where he could play opposite side of Joey Porter. The team looks fun, but overall, the drama of the A-Rod cloud, I'm getting fucking over it. I'm so over it. I just want to see him sign or don't sign tomorrow, and that's it. Anyways, I'm sure there's going to be more A-Rod talk in the future. But yeah, I agree with Terry 110%. Are you kidding me? 1 year, A-Rod. He won 5 games last year. He had 30 something TDs. He's playing with the Jets. Never worked out. He hasn't won a Super Bowl since he beat us in Super Bowl 45. Steelers versus Green Bay. I've got a picture in my room of Woodley, Big Snack, Brett Kiesel, and no, sorry, not Brett Kiesel, Aaron Smith, and Lawrence Timmons sacking Aaron Rodgers. That's how long ago that he was maybe relevant in the NFL. I think his days are numbered. I would much prefer them to go with Mason Rudolph and go, that's it. It's Mason Rudolph's team and play from there. But as we all know, this stuff keeps going on and on and on. So I appreciate everyone in the comments, everyone in these videos. I'm trying to do more videos when I can and just talk my piece and say my thing about the Steelers. I'm excited for the OTAs to keep developing. I'm watching all the highlights I can. I'm seeing all the videos. I'm seeing Cameron Hayward in the defense standing strong and the big man, Derek Harmon, number 99, running in the rain. It's fun. It's a fun time to be a Steelers fan, watching all these pieces and players move around and get better and enjoy their craft. And we can't wait to watch them in September. And hopefully I can go to Dublin and see them. But I'm not that excited to watch Aaron Rodgers in Dublin. I don't know. I'm getting fucking over it. I really am getting over it. But we'll see how it pans out. Thank you, Steel Nation. I'll see you guys. Enjoy the rest of your morning, and I'll see you later.